Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we're doing another 3D print build. This time we were working on some LSWR push-pull coaches. So these are non-corridor push-pull coaches, so they're basically exactly the same each side, and they're compartment coaches, and they are push-pull fitted. So they do have a little cab on this end, and yeah, it's going to look quite nice because we don't really have any push-pull coaches in N-Gauge. So yeah, I was asked, could you make some? And yeah, I've made some. These ones didn't come out quite exactly perfect. The two of the vents on this one has come off, so I've replaced it with a little bit of milliput, and the same on this one. To be honest, on my one, I don't really mind too much, but if you do order these, do be careful. These are quite fragile and do like to break off. So yeah, do keep some spare vents handy if you want to. I will try to make them all perfect, but yeah, these are quite delicate, so I can't quite say they're going to be successfully printed. And yeah, these are slightly different from my previous coaches in that they have some bogie pivots already fitted. These are all going to be fitted as standard. I have altered a few of the interior walls just to accommodate them. But yeah, the reason I made these is mostly because well, I did try to get some N-Gauge Society bogie pivots, and basically as soon as they came in stock, they all went out of stock. So yeah, so I basically made my own really, and yeah, they seem to fit. Seem to work quite nicely. And yeah, the only thing that you need to do to finish them off is basically put a little bit of plasticard, very tiny little bit of plasticard, just over there to just prevent it from coming off. And they work quite nicely because I have had them rolling on my layout just a little bit, and they seem to work just fine as they are. So yeah, the only things that you need to finish these off is drill the holes for all the door handles and other handholds, paint it obviously, add a floor and then add some weight, and if you really want to, add some battery boxes to the bottom, because I do offer some battery boxes as well now, which I didn't print because I don't really mind too much. I'll probably just add some more weight to the bottom. So yeah, these are some very nice LSWR pull coaches. So this one is the brake third trailer. Do have to mention for this one, for the guard doors over here, they don't seem to have this little decorative, this little panel here for some reason. It doesn't show on the plans, so I've not included it. So if that is wrong, do let me know, and I will fix it on any updates. But yeah, like I said, the plans don't show them, so I've not added them. These are some LSWR, not LSWR, these are Southern little guard ducats. They seem to turn out quite nice. Let's see. You may want to remove some of these. Well, not that one there because that's basically linked to that wall. But if need be, just remove some of these braces. They're probably not quite needed in these. Actually, just standovers from for locating the bogie pivot for the old style ones. So yeah, they're probably not quite needed anymore, but yeah, so you can pretty much remove them if you want to. I may actually leave them because they add a bit more strength, but either way. I decided not to add the lavatory interior wall here because basically it just makes it a little bit easier to put in the frosted glass, and to be honest, with the frosted glass you probably won't be able to see all the way through anyway. And yes, they are two different lengths. This is a 56-foot coat, and this is a 58-foot coat. I'm assuming it's longer due to that it was rebuilt with 7 bits at the back here. So this is post 1937 onwards, and they would have been used right up to the end of steam in BR times. So 1961 is the latest date for these. So yeah, that is a rough history as well. I will be mentioning a bit more about the history coming up as we get to the build. If you want to skip the 3D printing build part, There will be a timestamp, well, a time which you can fast forward to. Otherwise, feel free to watch me build it up in 3D and then build it in properly. So yeah, first things first is drill all the holes, then get the undercoat on. I'm probably going to paint these in crimson because I don't have many crimson coaters. So do like crimson and for these LSWR coaters. And then I'll get to work on adding all the glazing, add all the handrails, and then add the floor, then add the weight, and then finally put the bogies on. For all these pivots, you do want to try to keep them as clean as possible, so don't get paint on these, just to make sure that they do fit on nicely with the pivot bogies here, because they are exactly the right size, so there's very little free play. So yes. Anyway, let me stop waffling on and get straight to work. So I'll see you in a bit. perhaps surprisingly, very few originally LSWR non-corridor coaches, excluding the block sets, were pull-push fitted until the mid-1930s. Most of these two-coach bogie set trains were formed during 1910 for branch line services and comprised of a 42-foot brake third, coupled with a 45-foot brake composite. Sets 1 through 6 were originally formed over a 56-foot brake composite and a 48-foot brake third, and along with similar sets 7 through 21 were reformed in 1936 with a rebuilt 58-foot brake third replacing the shorter LSWR vehicle. Full-push conversion of sets 1 through 6 only took place in 1937, with a previously unaltered brake composite becoming the driver-trailer coach. These sets therefore had guard and luggage accommodation in both vehicles, unlike many other motor sets. The brake thirds also retained their lookouts, making these vehicles of Southern Railway Route Restriction 3, which effectively confined them to the southwestern section of the network. Set formation changes took place in the 1950s onwards, with sets 1 and 6 both requiring a southeastern Long Ten coach in place of the brake third, which at this point reclassified as a second class, while sets 2, 35 and 36 all received at least one replacement LSWR vehicle. By the late 1950s, several more Long Tens were converted for use as strengthening coaches. Most of these sets were by then running in BR Crimson Lake livery. Sets 1 through 6 lasted long enough to be given Southern Region Green livery, with Set 1 lasting the longest till it was finally withdrawn in July 1962. The longest lived set unaltered from 1937 being Set 3, in service from May 1937 all the way till January 1959. Right, here we are, the LSWR push-pull coaches now on my layout. They're looking rather nice. I'm quite happy that the airbrush did actually work this time. I don't know why it was there we go. Just a small flake of crimson paint in the way, but yeah, it's turned out rather nice. The only thing which I have missed is basically the text for the guard and luggage compartments on both coaches, but that's because I don't have any of them transfers, so it's close enough. But yeah, they look rather nice. They've turned out very well, despite the fact that there's a slight issue with some of the vents. But oh well, still turned out nicely, and I'm very happy with it. And I have got them both linked up to a very appropriate looking LSWR M7 tank engine, but it's not a push-pull fitted one, but we'll just pretend for this. But yeah, very happy. The only issue which I've had was a bit of trying to wiggle in the glazing. A bit of a problem, but still I managed to get it in there. You may need to remove some of the struts, which are leftovers from when I had the older bogie system. So yeah, do be careful removing them, because you can break the shell, as it's very, very brittle. So do be careful. If you want to, I've got these, use my own bogie pivots, but if you want to use the N-Gauge Society ones, I will recommend carefully removing the ones that I've installed. You can do it, but yeah, you have to be very careful at removing them, because like I say, it's very brittle and it does like to break quite easily. Anyway, let's have a go at moving, well, putting them around. So I push them around. Either way, that's how push-pull coaches work. I'll give them a push around. This is the older M7, so I do need to give it a bit of speed. That's looking quite nice. I wasn't too sure which way the engine's meant to be round, but oh well, it looks fine this way round. And here we go. And very slow at the station. And then the driver gets out and gets down the other end. And off he goes. Again, need a bit of speed. There's a slight little dead patch over there. Plus it is the older M7 that's not known for its reliability all that well. I think in my outro I'll send it back that way. Yeah. Yeah, turned out rather nice. I have got some lead underneath, some lead tape on the underside of the floor, just to give it a bit of weight. I don't know how much it weighs, probably a bit, probably about 20 grams each, but oh well. But yeah, if you want to order your own one now, I can't remember the price, I wrote it down somewhere. I want to say around 30 for two of them. I can't remember. I said I can't remember the exact price because I normally work it out afterwards. But yeah, do let me know if you want one, or well, a pair, because I'll be selling them as pairs. Yeah, very happy with it. Now I just need to make the accompanying SECR Long Ten coat. Oh, I am zoomed out. Yeah. But anyway, that's it for the video. So let me know what you think of the build. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Either way, it's mine, and I built it how I wanted it. So yeah. So yeah, very happy with it. Anyway, if you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, well, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And that's going to be it for me, since yeah, it's going to start raining again soon. So yeah, I probably should start wrapping up before it gets too loud. Anyway, take care everyone. See you all again next time. Bye bye. And now let's send it off. No, that's the wrong way. This way. Take care now.